Hi, this is Paul with Tweaktown. We're back at Flash Memory Summit 2013. We're standing down now with Kirill Malkin. He's the CTO of Starboard Storage Systems. How's things going for you guys here today?
Well, things are going great. Couldn't have been better. Just yesterday we picked up award for the best innovative product of the Flash Memory Summit show.
I noticed that. That's a great, that's a big award to win here at the
That's
Flash
huge.
Memory Summit because everybody's doing Flash. And so one of the biggest challenges right now is people are trying to figure out how are we going to put flash and hard disk drive together and use the flash to accelerate the performance of the underlying hard disk drive. So there's a number of different approaches, everything from doing things inside of the server to also doing things inside of the SAN itself. And Starboard Storage Systems, what you guys offer is a flash accelerated SAN that's much more complex than that. There's a number of layers and techniques that you guys use to just drive performance to the absolute maximum. So if you could just tell us a little bit about your product.
Absolutely, Paul. So our product is a hybrid storage system. It's a complete solution. We start at somewhere at 30 terabytes and we go all the way up to 576 terabytes in the current product. We can grow the capacity tier and performance tier separately. That's probably the biggest thing that allows us to do very good ratio in terms of dollar per gigabyte and dollar per IOPS.
So basically you can start with a small amount of hard disk drives or a small amount of flash, and as your needs change you can add either more to the storage or more to the flash or more for both, correct?
And that's exactly what happens. Most of our customers start with just a head unit, which is 12 drives, 3U enclosure with 3 SSDs. So they just start, or 3 or 4 SSDs depending on initial configuration. So they just start with that, and then depending on their needs, they can go and add another JBOD, add more SSDs, add more hard disks as their business requires.
So once they get a taste of the speed of flash, I'm sure a lot of people really want to increase the amount of flash. So if I were to do that, does that require me taking down the SAN, or also can I use the same type of, do I have to use the exact same type of SSDs, or is there some flexibility?
There is a flexibility, and you don't have to take the system down to add storage.
Excellent.
You can add storage on the fly. You can actually add a JBOD on the fly. You just turn it on, connect the SAS cable, and here you go. You go into UI and you add storage to the pool. It automatically gets integrated, and so do SSDs.
Excellent. And you guys offer a range of connectivity. So you're offering 10 gig Ethernet, dual port, and what other types of connectivity?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. We offer, since we are both block level and file level, we actually offer 4 protocols coming out of our box in 2 different connectivity types. So we do offer Ethernet and we offer fiber channel. So we offer block level fiber channel. We offer block level iSCSI over Ethernet, of course, and we also offer NFS over Ethernet and SMB over Ethernet.
Excellent. And there's also a little bit of misunderstanding out there about the difference between caching and tiering and the multiple layers that can be used for acceleration, because you guys also utilize DRAM. So there are more to this solution than just flash acceleration. You guys have a complete layers. It's 5 layers, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's multiple layers inside this acceleration tier, and the way we think about hybrid storage, there's 3 different ways to put together a hybrid storage solution. One is to tier, the other one is to cache, and the third one is to accelerate. So what we like to do is we like to accelerate. Tiering, of course, is storing data either on a solid state or on a hard disk.
Do you want it slow or do you want it fast? Yeah.
Exactly. Do you want slow or do you want it fast? Or caching is more of a traditional kind of a solution that that's been known for ages. It's a traditional, just keep a copy in a faster tier. And acceleration is kind of a mixture of both. And that's where the best price performance is achieved. That you don't have to necessarily pick and choose where your data is going to be. You can simply accelerate. What that means is that you can keep the data as necessary, for as long as necessary, in a high-performing tier, but then copy it over to the lower-performing tier. And you do that based on the best performance of the copy. In other words, as the data accumulate in, say, a higher performing tier and what we call write-back accelerator, it gets to the point where it becomes a sequential stream. And as we sense that it becomes a sequential stream, we can flush it really fast.
Yeah, coalescing those writes and turning them sequential when you write down to that hard disk drive, that's about the best way you can possibly do it.
Absolutely.
So you're accelerating your hard disk drive performance by using the flash as a pool to sequentialize that.
And what gives us that ability is the fact that SSD tier is fairly large. So we are not dealing with 4 gigabyte NVRAM or even smaller on, kind of a RAM that exists on board of small RAID cards. So we don't have any of those constraints. We can have 100 gigabyte, 200 gigabyte, if necessary, a terabyte of a write-back SSD that gives us all that flexibility.
And the great thing about it is you can use, with something like this, you can use MLC, eMLC, SLC, depending upon the needs that you need for endurance in your workload.
Precisely, and that's a great point. So we are using SLC for to maintain metadata as well as some of the write-back data because it needs to go quick, but we're using eMLC, for example, for what we call spillover cache, which is technically read cache or read-oriented cache. And that's where eMLC plays the best because we can grow that tier up to 10 terabytes if we have to.
Excellent. All right, and we'd just like to thank you for stopping by, and congratulations on your award. You guys
Thank you so much.
award.
Yeah, that means big for us.
That is.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Excellent.